Opening graphic shows Age and Disabilities Odyssey Conference Award winner, the Center for Excellence in Supported Decision-Making, Volunteers of America, Minnesota and Wisconsin. Collection of pictures of Nicholas as a child with his family. Kari Tupi, client.
My son Nicholas was diagnosed with autism when he was 27 months old. Of course, with any family faced with that news, it was devastating. I think what made it more devastating was the fact that they told us that he was profoundly autistic and he would never advance beyond a 6-month-old. And over again, we were told, you have to get guardianship in place before he turns 18, or else, you will not be the one making decisions for your child anymore. In looking at it, I really struggled with that decision because, quite honestly, Nicholas was capable of making decisions. He just needed more time, and he needed to have things explained to him. And he told me, he said, "Mom, I want to make the decisions. It's my life." And he said, and sometimes they're not going to be all good. Sometimes I might make a mistake. He said, but I want to try, and I want to have support. And I said, but Nicholas, what if the decision is really hard? He said, well, then I know who to go to, Mom.
Images of mother and son giving high five. Anita Raymond, Program Manager, Center for Excellence in Supported Decision-Making.
Supported decision-making is this idea that choice is what's really important to people, and that if we support individuals who need assistance, as we all do in decision-making, we may be able to preserve choice and autonomy and avoid unnecessary guardianships.
John Kontke, Elder Law Attorney, Volunteers of America.
Correct. Guardianship for me became quite interesting because I was on the Hennepin County Attorney Panel for 7 years. And so I was appointed to represent the individual who might need a guardianship. And after 7 years on the panel, I was concerned that some of the stopping points, the guardianships weren't stopping. People that might not absolutely need a guardianship, the safety nets or stop signs that we'd put in place weren't catching the cases that might be funneled to other alternatives, less restrictive alternatives, particularly with young adults, people turning 18, being pushed into the guardianship system, and family members and other professionals not being aware that guardianship isn't the only option.
Our systems are really set up around protection and avoiding risk, mitigating risk, eliminating risk. And so this idea of supported decision-making can feel really scary to families. Vulnerabilities are still, and safety and health concerns are certainly, that's why many of our systems exist, to help provide for those, but finding that balance and that dignity of risk and helping the people we're serving and the families and the professionals to find that joy in what it feels like to be their own person, to be just like you or I, enjoying that right to make their decisions without having someone saying, we have to check with your guardian before we can let you take this phone call.
Closing graphic says, congratulations 2019 Odyssey Award winner, the Center for Excellence in Supported Decision-Making, Volunteers of America, Minnesota and Wisconsin, and shows a picture of staff members.